far you can throw it this time. Okay, ready, Ash? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! All right. About 15, 16 years ago, broke my neck in a diving accident. Was out with a buddy camping in the Chisos Mountains. Took a bar of soap and jumped into the Rio to wash up after, a couple days of hiking, and hit a sandbar and broke my neck right there at C4-5. And then from there was taken to Alpine, and then from Alpine to Lubbock, and then Lubbock to Houston. And that's where I ended up at TIR. TIR was great because what they did, they really kind of educated not only myself but my family in terms of care and what our options going forward were, and sort of like how do you deal with life after a spinal cord injury. Hey, you found your shorts? Did you just lose them? It would be easy to be a jerk or in a bad mood all the time, but there's no fun in that really. No one wants to be around you. It's not, that stuff's immediate too. I'm not saying you can't be in a bad mood. Believe me. I think you probably want some vegetables too.
I want some carrots.
Carrots? What else? What other kind of vegetables do you like?
Really one of the best people I've ever known. I feel the best when I'm with him. And that's probably what attracted me to him the most, is how I felt when I was around him. And it felt good, felt like I could be myself, felt calm. I think we can all get into our own heads sometimes and running around, and I have to do this and I have to do that. And when I'm around Jared, I don't feel like that. Things slow down a little bit in a good way.
My mom really encouraged me to paint, and so I gave it a shot. And something about it just really made sense and really worked out. Really seemed like it helped in some way.
I think it's innate that he was born with it. It's going to come out one way or the other. Whatever his abilities are, he's going to figure out a way to make art, because that's what he does. That's in him.
Before my accident, I was very active, and so you go from high level of activity to low level and really no moving at all. It's a big adjustment mentally and physically, of course. So it was a good outlet because there was a physicality to the painting. It's when I'm painting, I rock back and forth like this. I also do this to catch my breath, but I have to do a lot of movement, holding the brush in my mouth, and it's very physical in terms of not being able to move anything. Then to paint is very physical for me. So it felt like, I was doing something and then it was something I could see. So in that way, it was also very rewarding, if you will, which is kind of a lame word, but it was really pretty cool to be able to interact with, physical world and not feel like you're just floating through. Because it's really weird when you can't grab anything or touch anything in some ways with your hands. You feel very separate of everything. And that's an odd thing. Like, I don't know how to describe that, but on some primal level, everyone wants to be able to just grab something and this is mine, or I made this. And when you can't do that anymore, you feel very different from everything else. Some ways you feel like you're in a bubble looking out, and then other times you feel like you're outside of the bubble looking in, but you feel very separate sometimes. You just try to stay positive. You try not to dwell on the negative and the things that are beyond your control, and try to remind yourself that, man, I got a pretty sweet life and I'm pretty grateful.